Hi, this is Sharon from Sharon Shed Signs and Designs. Let me get us brought up so that I can make sure I haven't cut my head off, and you, well, not too much anyway. That works for me. And get us brought up over here. I'm going to be live on Decoupage Central page as well as my own page. Let's see. There's that. Let's make it bigger so I can see the comments. All right. I think I'm going to be good. Yeah. So say hi. Let me know you're here, where you're watching from, how your weather is, just anything so I know you're here. I always appreciate knowing that. I've got a cute project lined up for today. It's something a little different than I've done on Decoupage Central, I think. Hey, Cheryl, how are you? I'm good, Chris. Good to see you, girls. So, I have taped off an area for a frame, and I am going to stain the frame in brown. I've got some Folk Art Real Brown on my plate, and I'm going to add water. All I got to do is find the water. Is that water or alcohol? Alcohol, don't want that. Then this one must be water. I need to label. So I'm going to add water to my paint and thin it down. Use a stick to stir that a little bit. We'll get our frame put on. Gonna have some sunflowers and some music and the whole bit. Hey, Carol. Hey, Sally. I'm good. How are you ladies this morning? It's a beautiful sunshiny day here today. I think it's going to be in the low 80s, which is pretty near perfect, I think. So, hey, Donna, how are you? I need to turn my iPad down. My grandson was here, and he was playing with it. There we go. All right. Let me get a sponge brush that I didn't have out, and we'll get this frame done. Good morning, Pam. Hey, Judy. Good to see you. Packing up for a show tomorrow. I hope you have as pretty weather as we're having here. I bet you are, because we're going to have good weather all week. So that probably means you are too. Ought to be a good day for a show. Good luck. It's a lot of work, so I hope you do well. This board has been used before, and Jim sanded it off for me. It's got a hanger on it, so it's not laying real even, but that's okay. I can deal with it. It'll take about a minute to get this frame on here and dried. I changed my mind last minute about what I was going to do today, so I was going with Christmas, and I decided to change it to fall. Took Jim to the doctor yesterday. That was why I'm live today instead of yesterday, about his ankle surgery that he had. Well, he's had it twice now because the first time didn't work. And it's all healed. So we don't have to go to Springfield anymore, which is a 3-hour drive. And then you get there, you're out and done in a short time. But anyway, no more trips up there, so that's good. And he's not walking on the side of his foot anymore. That doctor up there is really a good doctor. Okay, I'll get this other end, and then I'll turn it back around. No, I need it this direction anyway because the hanger's up here and I want that to be my top. I like to use DecoArt Burnt Umber for my stains, but I'm all out of it. We don't have it anywhere close. Last time I looked at Hobby Lobby, they didn't have it either, so I'm either going to have to order some online or maybe Hobby Lobby's got it by now. Although they've cut their paint selection down a great deal. And this color works, it's about the same. Okay, got all the stain on there. There's places where it's not exactly looking right on the board, but it'll be okay. I'm going to take a shop towel. Yeah, it's a lot of work. You don't realize until you do it. Hey, Gina. Carrying it all out and in and setting it up and taking it down, and yeah. So I hope you do well. See if I missed saying hi to anybody. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, I'm sorry. So wipe this off just a little. Okay, let's dry it and we will move on. I'm going to blend some paints for my background. I'll be using some sunflower rice paper. Yeah, this wood is so dried out, it's not holding the stain just exactly right, but it'll be all right. You get the idea. I think that's dry enough. Let's take this tape up. And you can see we've got a frame. Now, I'm going to put tape on my frame to keep from getting it messed up when I paint the center. So just line it up with the edges of where your stain is. Kind of hard to get it perfect sometimes. I usually have gaps or something I've got to fill in when I get done. That stain must not be dry enough up there. The tape doesn't want to stick. But hopefully it'll stick well enough. Oh, come on. My paint stuck to my X-Acto, or my tape stuck to my X-Acto knife. There. Well, not really, but better. That is just too wet up there. Let me dry it a second. Dry it a second because it's not going to work. Felt pretty dry, but obviously it was not. Let's see if that works. Yep. Yeah, I'm able to smooth the edges down tight now. Except for this little area down here, but I think it's all right. I'll hit it with some heat for a second. There we go. Now it's sticking. All right. Didn't tear my tape the right size. Okay, you guys. Good morning, Joan. Hey, Judy. Good morning, Kathy. Good to see you, girl. See if I got more comments over here. Doesn't look like it. Leastways, it's not showing them to me. All right. I will read all the comments later, though, guys. And if you've got questions, I will answer them. That's all down. I'm going to start out with, well, I need to wet my board, for one thing. I think this one was the water. I swear. No, it's the alcohol. Just okay. Anyway, I'm going to wet my board a little so my paint will slide better. And I'm going to use some Manor Green. It's a Fusion Mineral color. I started to say it was a Facebook color. I don't think so. I'm using a sponge brush. Then I'm going to go with Homestead Blue. It's another Fusion Mineral paint. I better put it on my plate. I'm liable to have a whole glop on there that I don't want. And then some Apple Barrel Antique White. A little more dark down here. Not much. And you just play with it till it kind of looks like you think you want it to. So, I'm happy with that, I think. Put my brush in some water and set that aside. I'm going to dry this, which will take a minute because it's a glob of paint. Oh, thanks, Karen. I appreciate you being here. I can see a little area that I missed. There, I'll just move it on there with my finger. I got enough paint on the board I can smear it around. Alright, now I'm sticking to all this tape I got over here. And I hope my frame still looks halfway okay. If not, we'll have to fix that. It's drying on top pretty quick. Interesting background. Thank you, Kathy. Well, hopefully it's going to go with my paper. Hey, Jeanette from New Hampshire. It's good to see you, girl. I think it's almost dry now. I'm not going to be trying to put rub-ons or anything on it, so it should be fine. If you're going to do rub-ons, you got to have it perfectly dry. For what I'm going to do, not so much. So I'm thinking that's good enough. Let's see what kind of mess we got going on there. There's some that I didn't get that I'll need to fix. Put some tape back down. Make sure I get that there. I'm going to take just a regular brush. I think I'll take a little of dip my brush in a little bit of both the blue and the green. And hopefully that'll blend in there. Yep, it'll be okay. Alright, hang on, leave that there because I'll probably need it again. Yep, right there, so I'll move that over. It's hard when you're doing this to get the tape lined up exactly with your stain. When you can't see through the tape. I should have used the yellow frog tape and it would have been easier. See some up there. Let's move that over a bit. Right. Over there. And some more up here. That. Need some more tape down here to fix this bottom edge, and then we'll have it painted. Well, still didn't get that. That should be good. Yep, got it. Got it. All right, dry those edges a little bit. What I had in mind to do, and we'll see whether it's even going to show up or not, but I was going to stamp this on my background. That out of the way so I have room to work here. There, I don't want to do that. I'll lay it down here and do it. Okay. Lay it down straight. In fact, I'm going to stand to do that. Hold it with one hand and just kind of smooth it down. And then lift it up straight. Yeah, that'll work. It works. And this just washes with soap and water when you're done. It comes off. Up. Some of it's kind of faint, and that's okay, because I don't want it to look real new. So I'm just making a sheet of music, and there's a couple more stamps I could have used instead of using the same one the whole time, but I decided to use the same one. This is called, the stamp set is called the Waltz, as in the dance. I don't want both of these to show on my next stamp, so I'm gonna use tape. See how that works. Should work out okay. That's not sticking perfectly, but I think it'll be all right. Oh, stop. That wasn't such a good idea. I got ink all over the tape, so that wouldn't have helped much. But I think this will work. I'll hold that. Lay this down. I used to be able to read music, but not anymore. Anyway. So here we go. This is our background. And the stamp that I'm going to use is called Sunflower Dreamin. It's an A3. It's the big. And I cut out the section that I wanted to use. And I'm going to use some Pent Art decoupage medium and glue. All I got to do is find where I set it. Here it is. So what you guys doing this weekend? You got big plans? Thank you, Kathy. I've got Stencil the Month Club tomorrow, and then I'll have a live on Sunday afternoon as well, so I'll be busy. So this isn't exactly a fussy cut because I didn't cut close around the sunflower, which was what my original intention was, but once I looked at this, I thought, that's going to be pretty well impossible. All right, Avery, be quiet. Hush. I let her in here with me today so she's not whining at the door. Alrighty. See how this will work out. And hopefully now you can kind of see why my background is the color that it is. Whoa. Rubbed a little hard there, but I can straighten that out. There. All right, I'm going to dry this and put a top coat on it, and then we will add some Ranger Distress Oxide. Put my lid on my stamp pad, and I store it upside down so that the ink will be in the pad whenever I want to use it. And there's places I didn't get the decoupage medium and glue real well, but I will fix that when I do the top coat. That's pretty well dry, so I'm going to add a top coat. I like to do that even if it's going to be in the house, so it's easier to dust and clean. I love this rice paper. Again, it's Sunflower Dreamin. I had it all laying here. Oh. You can see it's a big one. I'm sure you probably all got it and used it. It's an oldie but a goodie. Now it's all protected, and it should be adhered to the board really well. So I'll dry that. It's drying. I'm going to get Vintage Photo, Distressed Oxide by Ranger. Almost getting dry. All right, I'm going to use a little of this Ranger Distressed Oxide in Vintage Photo. I may need to put some more, a little bit on my pad. Because I've noticed the last few times I used it, it was kind of light. Let that soak in a minute while I clean off my fingers. Took my dog for a walk around the block this morning. She loves to do that, and so it was a really pretty morning. Yeah, somehow I got that all over me, but anyway. In. All right, I'm going to get a shop towel and get a little bit of that off of there. Okay, that should be good. I like to go around the inside edge, and I've got some of that little dark on there, so I'll wipe it back. Whenever I do a frame, it kind of gives it the look that it's shadowed, and like I said, I've got too much on there. I'll have to wipe some of that back. But it kind of helps make it look like it really is in a frame. I could take a wet wipe, but I was just wiping it with my shop towel. And then a few places to kind of dirty up the board a bit. going to kind of go around the edge of my print. Take a wet wipe, but I don't want it to be real wet. That's not bad. Okay, now I also want to, there it is, sand back the edge of my frame a little bit. Towel. You love sunflowers. I do too, Dee. I think they're my favorite. They're so pretty. Go over my frame a little bit, make it look a little older. Yeah. I hope you like this, you guys. I hope it gives you an idea of something different you can do with some of your rice papers. But this is what we've got. So, thank you for joining me, you guys. I don't know that I do like the edge, honestly. But anyway. I'll think about that one. Anyway, it's good for now. Thank you, thank you. They are happy flowers. You guys have a great rest of your day and a good weekend, and I will see y'all later. Okay, bye-bye.